long. I mean, we started this, so long ago, 2 hours ago. It's Game 7 presented by Verizon in the Fall Classic. One more for Envy and G2. We've got to find a winner here, James.
The third time in this series we have been on Champions Field. And if you thought players would be nervous before, I can't imagine the pressure they must be feeling now.
We're not even at LAN yet.
But this is a nice starter, an entry course. And Chicago, net's open, and he'll do it. The first goal coming to Chicago from a lovely first touch.
Atomic went a little deep, and it just went straight out to Chicago. And like you said, a beautiful first touch to beat the last man. No way Atomic gets back in time. Chicago to put G2 up first.
Now we'll see truly what Envy are made of. Missed. Slow play. Drees hard off the backboard. Atomic making the read, but out of boost. Pinch off the ceiling. Chicago looking for Drees. Cut up by Mist. Another hard bounce. Mist use the handbrake. Turns and passes to Turbo. The bounce high. Drees dumps it. Caught by Mist. Chicago goes high on the challenge. Wrapped around by Turbo. The U-turn from Chicago off the wall. Atomic booms it downfield.
G2 looking for that mistake again from Envy. Very calculated with what they've been doing with the ball. Missed. Oh, I don't know if he meant to do that. Let that one just go off the wall. Atomic bailed him out. The quick reaction there.
Oh, and the team bump as well. The nerves perhaps coming out for Envy. They're trailing. Approaching that halfway point of the game. G2 scoring early. Happy to just defend. Atomic looking for Turbo. Turbo beat by a mile by Drees.
It's been over 12 minutes since we've seen Envy score. It wasn't since the end of Game 4 that we've seen Envy score. And that's credit to G2. They've done a great job here, in the midfield especially. But Turbo, he's clearing out that midfield. G2 still keep a hold of it. For now, JNap's just got to go by Turbo, and he can't do it. Turbo will jump in front, and halfway through, Envy trying to battle back.
Oh, Chicago hunting for the bump. Atomic had to jump early, and he makes the save. Atomic, in an almost hopeless situation, recognizing early that he had to jump. Atomic's defense has kept Envy in it quite a few times this series, but they need some offense. Who will it come from? A miss from Mist. That could have been the game.
Another tap shot. Not a single shot coming out from Envy. We've seen this before. They've got to get something going, and it could be missed here. It will register as a shot, but it wasn't anything dangerous. Atomic trying to play with it with Turbo Pulse, so they are moving it around, but JNaps will happily just walk that one out for G2. A weak clear comes out from Mist. Maybe Drees. Can he get a hold of it? He can. Atomic gets up. Envy looking for something here. Under a minute and a half to go. Atomic again will dive. Mist up into the sky, trying to get back to it.
Pinch.
Looking for the pinch. Not going to happen. G2 all over Envy on their attempts towards the net.
Clear out to Mist. Mist.
Oh.
Wanted the musty. Oh, still gets the 50. Now it's the home stretch for G2. The final minute. Atomic. It's Mist. Mist to the side wall. Chicago up the sideline. A demo on by JNaps. And now Chicago dribbling, flicking. And Turbo hits it safely to the corner.
30 seconds remain. G2 holding on to their 1-goal lead. It's been 21 games of professional Rocket League. Somebody's got to go home a winner, and that's a long clear out from G2. 15 seconds remain. Turbo's trying to fight through the midfield, but G2 stops him.
Countless overtimes in this series. Will we see another? Or will G2 win it in regulation?
This is it.
Missed.
He's
Out
got
of
nothing.
boost. He's got nothing. G2 win it. They're your full classic champions.
They've battled back. You can see the sigh of relief. Chicago throwing the head at the wall. Dries letting the air in through his lungs, taking probably his first breath that he's had in maybe a couple hours. Matthew, pure elation for G2 to come out on top.
Yeah, head in your head in your hands. You gotta just take a moment to breathe. Matthew, I mean, this was a historic series, Corelli. The fight we saw out of both teams, there were moments where I thought it was over for Envy. I thought it was over for G2.
Wow.
But it wasn't decided until the final 21st game in this best of set.
21 games, 124 minutes and 30 seconds of gameplay between Envy and G2, and we finally decide a winner.
That was unbelievable. The first goal and the game-winning goal coming from Chicago, that first touch controlling it, and then from then on, Envy was playing catch-up, and they just could not do it. Envy's goal line defense, Corelli, I was thinking this might be one of those, and it still is, one of the most impressive goal line defensive performances that we've seen. Envy, even to get to this point, to even have a chance to win it, had to make miraculous defensive stops, and they were able to do it. It was their offense in the end that let them down against G2.
It really was. And for an offense that had been doing so well up until that point, it's a shame to see Envy go that way. But 3 best of 7s, you got to clutch up. And for G2, they certainly did.
That was one of, if not the best Rocket League match I've ever seen, because these best of sets are new. We haven't seen too many of them. And it's going to be hard to do a better one than that, Corelli. But to break it all down, we're going to head back to the desk.
First off, I'd like to commend those two for making it through.
Oh my God.
The longest RLCS match in RLCS history there. Just
2
finished.
hours.
Just concluded. And I'd also like to commend the geniuses on the desk over here, on this side over here. That's this side, right?
Imagine
It is
picking
this side.
Envy. That is insane to me. I hadn't planned on. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. It went the whole
Envy's
distance.
real
Not even
problem
close. All right.
is 2 regionals in a row now. They lose the 3-1 lead in the last
But
6.
Chiefs, you
Imagine
almost
dropping a
man.
3-1 lead. Not only did they drop a 3-1 lead in this series, they got to that 3rd win and they didn't score for the rest of the series. And our G2 took them out all 3 of the games without letting them in another goal. Mike, it was. I've never. Okay, if you go to Liquipedia, you have to now scroll sideways on the match recap bar to see all of the game all the game tabs for the VOD.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is insane.
I mean, can we just talk about Dries though for a
real.
second here? I mean, that man absolutely popped off and exceeded expectations. We look at this highlight reel. Look at how many amazing plays this man was able to make by himself. And then in the game 7, the first touch from Chicago to control the ball, get past that defender, and then have a wide open net. It was flawless. They went the distance, and they had the stamina to win.
And way to bounce back too. I mean, you go from, a lot of people having questions of whether you should even keep the guy on the roster. And, and then you end up winning the final regional before the major. So yeah, you got to admire the tenacity to turn that around and earn a lot of people's respect here.
To talk about it, Turtle just mentioned him. We got to bring him on the line now. I got word, and we got Chicago on the line now. Not a part of. He's been a part of G2, but it's G2 your Fall Classic champions here. Head in the hands, Chicago. You can't believe it. It's been a while since you guys got a tournament. This must feel really good.
It's been so long, man.
Really long.
God. It's been so long since we've won anything. It's just, sorry about the phone if you hear that, but it's been so long. I don't even know like what this feels like, but I'm just so happy.
And I mean, you battled through 124 minutes of gameplay. What do you do? Obviously, we had the breaks between the series, but besides that, how do you stay fresh in the longest game of RLCS we've ever seen? How do you stay fresh?
I mean, we went to 19 games with NRG last championships or whatever, and I guess that prepared us, but I've honestly never felt something like that where it's game 7 every time. And like, I don't even think like I felt this tired, like mentally. This is a different level of like exhaustion than I felt, but I just can't say anything but thanks to Envy to like, that was one of the best series of all time, I think. And like, I'm so happy to share it with them. And like, they're such a good team. I'm so happy that we get to see each other at Sweden again.
In game 7 overtime of series 2, you're one goal away for being done for the day, and you lose that one. You have to regain for another series. Like, what goes through your mind in that moment?
Nothing but pain. That game 6 and that game in 6 and 7. I mean, like I've never seen a better defender in my world than Atomic, and like Envy in general. Envy's known for that, but Atomic, like I think we were just like, hats off, I guess, but we knew like with all those chances that we're like, okay, the good news is we don't gotta change stuff. But it really took us some time to get back into that series. We went down 3-1, and like the resilience we showed, I'm so proud.
Well, it's been quite a day today, but you know that leaves obviously what's ahead. And how do you guys prepare for the major? Study up on Europe, you know, just keep grinding the game for yourselves. How do you get ready for Sweden?
I don't know if it's confirmed, but we're definitely going to try and boot camp in G2's offices in Berlin or maybe Sweden, depending about that. But like, you know, we're going to take some much needed little couple days off. But we're going to, whenever it comes down to boot camp time, like this tournament will be behind us. There'll be good momentum going into Sweden, but it's a fresh slate, and we know we have to keep doing us, keep improving, watch out for these other teams, and, you know, do our best to show up and show out in Sweden.
Man, your brain needs a break, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. What I am going to do though is, again, tradition. You guys won it. You took the Fall Classic. It's the first win in RLCS tournament in a while for you guys. So any words you want to get out there, because you haven't had the stage in a bit, so it's all yours to shout out.
I mean, first of all, thank you to G2. They've been supporting us the entire way. The G2 fans, my family. Like, I get group chats, texts every time. Like, last time we got second, so proud. But now we actually won. And it just feels so good when you get that support. And then the fans, my teammates, like, there was not a second where I thought, like, we're just going to crumble. So shout out to, like, Jazo, Jane Strees, Sathu, crazy new, like, head coach that's helping us. And just shout out to, like, literally everyone. I appreciate everyone for watching and supporting.
Literally everyone gets a shout out. I love it.
Except for those couple people on Reddit that have my head.
There you go.
Exclude them. No, they don't get it.
Good call. Fair call there. Chicago, thank you so much. And once again, congratulations on the win here in that second seed.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Chicago from G2. Again, you can tell
man.
he is beyond elated. It's to the point that you collapse at what he's feeling there. Turtle, it is to win something like that after so long has to take so much off you.
The experience too of building your stamina and going through this best of set is so valuable, because you get to land, you get to Sweden, and you know it's a whole nother experience because your environment's different. It's more exhausting, and the fact that G2 not only have this as experience under their belt, but also the previous regional under their belt, they're going to look so good and prepared going into Sweden.
It's been quite the journey here. So let's take a look at that journey. Let's see how it went. It was a lot of hard teams in your way. You know, we started off with 8 into the single elimination, had some great matches in that first round, a lot of scenarios on who's making it to the major and then where people are getting seeds as we went forward. And then, of course, we ended up with 2 by the end, NV and G2.
It was crazy. And honestly, we were the start of the day. I think someone in the green room after the first year was like, okay, cool. It's going to be a short day. And oh, man, are they wrong? Look at that. 3-4, 3-4, 3-4 down there in the finals. I mean, we had a lot of series go to game 7, though, over the course of this tournament. This was a really good one.
This was a good one. Let's take a look at the points to see where we end up now after we finished our final regional here in the fall major, as we were leading up to that Sweden LAN coming down the road there. But again, NRG in the league, Turtle. We had G2. You're talking about scenarios before your Gibbs, so I'll let you reiterate them again as they take that second spot there after that win over Envy.
Yep, and Envy, they were 1 game away from changing how all of this was going to be laid out. So Envy, they needed to win this regional to get that second seed. Otherwise, of course, like you see here, they're going to come in 4th and have that number 4 seed. So there was a lot riding on that last game that we just saw where Envy fell short. So instead, we're going to get G2 second seed, FaZe Clan 3rd seed, and Envy 4th. And of course, NRG had already secured that number 1 spot heading into Sweden.
And a reminder, Space Station Gaming and Complexity, you see them down there, 500, 500. That's 5 and 6, only 1 spot. You can't have 2 teams in that spot. They have a tiebreaker coming your way. That's going to be on Tuesday after first touch. That's going to be at 4 p.m. PT. You do not want to miss it because
you don't want to miss that.
That's a lot.
No.
That is a big thing on the line. A whole land spot on the line. The first land back since a very long time. I don't even know how long it's been, to be honest. Spain. I feel like the last few years have just been a blend of my entire lifetime at this point. So very important series for those 2 teams, especially I think for Complexity coming into this region and trying to show up here. But we have come to the end of the regionals for North America in the fall split. So let's get some final thoughts, how we thought it went, how exciting this finale was here. We can start at the end and go down, Chiefs, Wave, and then Turtle to finish us off.
I don't blame Chicago for saying he needs a couple days off. You need a couple days off because Europe's probably going to be the same thing next weekend. So get ready, I guess. That's all I can say.
He needs a couple days off to recharge the batteries. Roldis tweeted, "I'm tired and I ain't touched the field." I think he speaks for all of us. That was insane just to watch. What a performance from both those teams. Pleasure to have been here and to be a part of this in any way. And man, I cannot wait to watch those teams throw down in Sweden.
Absolutely. I mean, we all just witnessed history in front of us, and it was a pleasure to watch. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy and say I want to see another 21 games this upcoming weekend for EU. Wow. I want to see it again. It has to happen. We have to keep the streak going. I'm here for it.
That would be insane. We finally set a record, the longest RLCS series or match in history, and do it again. Next time with the Euro.
Back to back.
I bet. Maybe we'll see. We'll do it again next week as Europe hits their 3rd regional. Again, keep this open, twitch.tv/Rocket League if you're watching on YouTube as well. Everyone, hit the follow and subscribe buttons. Thank you so much for watching. A reminder, on Tuesday, we got First Touch, and after that, 4 p.m. PT is that tiebreaker between Complexity and Space Station Gaming for the 5th land spot for that Sweden major. That is the end of it for us. We all have to go home and rest. We are home. We have to go rest. We need to sleep. You guys too. It's been a journey. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very, very soon.
You know how some carriers give you so little for your older busted phone you just end up living with it? I don't think so. Verizon lets you trade in your broken phone for a shiny new one. You break it, we upgrade it. You dunk it, doggy bone it, slam it, wham it, strawberry jam it. We upgrade it.
Get a 5G phone on us with select plans.
Every customer, current, new, or business.
Because everyone deserves better. And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.